Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, March 4th, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi. Hello. And our energy mantra for today is I am in the flow, trusting there is a divine plan at hand. And today we have two planetary shifts. We have Mercury moving backwards, retrograde, into Aquarius, and we have Venus shifting into Taurus. Now, Venus is not going to move into Taurus until 7:07 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to focus on Venus and Taurus in tomorrow's horoscope, but do realize that we do have Venus in Aries at 29 degrees through the day. 29 degrees, master level degree. And because Mercury is moving retrograde backwards, Mercury moving into Aquarius will also be entering at 29 degrees. So two planets at 29 degrees, master level lessons. And, as I'm thinking about what's happening, at least in the States right now, we have all the elections going on, moving through, counting the votes. I'm like, why do they keep doing this during such awkward astrological times? It's like they want to have an excuse for things messing up. Anyway, Mercury retrograde into Aquarius, regardless of any mess ups. This is a call to be very awareness of your conscious vibrations, your mental vibrations, your thought vibrations. Where are you at on the mental level? And there's so many things that are attacking you potentially. Fear mongering, political jargon, so much stuff that can tank your mental vibration. I love that this connects to Venus and Aries at 29 degrees, because Venus and Aries is you gotta love the path you're on. And then Pisces energy feeding in is and trust the unfolding of all this. And I know it's hard because it's if I was in charge, this is how I would do it. And yet there is a larger plan at hand, and it's holding space for that. So Mercury retrograde back into Aquarius. We don't have very long for Mercury to be retrograde in Aquarius. Mercury will be retrograde through the 9th, so just a few more days, a little less than a week. And then Mercury will move back into Pisces on the 16th. So from now until then, vigilance about your mental vibrations. How do you keep your mental energy high vibrational? Now, this doesn't mean that you don't face the emotions as they come up. We have the moon in Cancer. We have sun in Pisces. So emotions are abounding. But sometimes our thoughts can tank with those emotions. If we can face them as part of the plan, part of what's meant to be going on, we can stay in a more balanced place. And that's important in and through these energies. So again, feel through with your own self anything that's coming up. And you don't have to believe everything that you read. All right, so that takes care of Mercury moving back into Aquarius. Venus, 29 degrees, Aries, like I said, loving your own path, loving your individuality, loving your I am energy, and trusting it. And it doesn't mean that this doesn't hold space for other information, other loves, any of that, but really loving where you're at. That's a big thing with this Venus energy. So hold that space. With Venus shifting into Taurus, we're going to take it up another level when we get into the worth of it. But right now, love where you're at as much as possible. And I know that can be hard, especially if you don't love where you're at. But can you love yourself where you're at in your personal process, in your personal flow, trusting the way everything is unfolding? All right, so Moon in Cancer, amplifying the emotions of today. One of the big things, Moon in Cancer is going to be opposing Mars. Mars in Capricorn. Moon in Cancer, Mars in Capricorn. Mars in Capricorn is stiff upper lip, keep going. But the Moon in Cancer is I gotta take time to feel the feels. I gotta take time to allow myself to move through what is coming up. This is part of the North Node in Cancer as well. Honoring the energies that need to be felt as they come up and as they move through. Being receptive to the emotions. Oh, here it is. We got receptivity, which is definitely like Moon and Cancer energy. And conditioning. And conditioning can definitely be the Mars in Capricorn energy. The conditioning is like the Capricorn card. So the advice in the cards is be here now. Be in the moment. If you're moving forward, steady as a rock, good for you. But if you have energies coming through, can you take the time to allow them through? This is how we change the world, by honoring where we're at any given moment. Change moves slowly. I have the change card in reverse. So just be very aware of that. A lot of people haven't caught on yet, and a lot of people are still stuck in this energy. But it's up to you to be in the moment. I finally also have the guilt card, and I feel like this is like the mental energies right now. It's not so much guilt, but if you take away the guilt word, still struggling with Mercury retrograde energies. That's how a lot of the media and the fear-mongering and everything feels. Everything feels right now. That's where you want to, block some of that receptivity off and really be in your own zone. You don't have to take this on. Just be very aware of that. So I will be back tomorrow with Venus into Taurus. But besides that, you can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.